We are fast approaching the first stage of the release for FIFA 22. EA Play will allow you to have access to the full game of FIFA for a limited amount of time. We have already briefly mentioned this in previous videos such as starting FUT 22, but there was a lot of question raised in that video, as well as there's been other videos specifically asking about EA Play. So in this video I will be explaining what you need to know and answering all your questions. Before I do get into the video, if you enjoy the content here and want to see more from me, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. We are uploading FIFA videos every single week, and once FIFA 22 is released, you'll get the latest tips and trader methods here on this channel. So if you do want to stay up to date, then make sure you are following. Getting back into the video, early access for just a limited amount of time may seem small, but in fact it's the complete opposite. It's massive. What you do in a time can set you up for the rest of the year. The coins and investments that you make can increase where you're able to sell on, and then make new investments, then it just gets easier and easier. This is where we get into compound interest, and it all starts right at the beginning. Right at the beginning with EA Play. So by gaining access to EA Play, you can have an advantage over a lot of other players, especially those waiting for their Ultimate Edition, which releases on the 27th of September, or those waiting for the Standard Edition on the 1st of October. So let's just go through everything that you need to know, and some of this may be repeated, so we're going to go through some of the stuff fairly quickly. The first thing, release day. It releases on Wednesday the 22nd of September. EA haven't announced an official time for that day, but it's normally around 4 PM to 6 PM UK time. The next question is about access. You have access to the full game. You could do whatever it is you want to do. For this video, we're specifically talking about Ultimate Team, but if you really want to, you can go into Pro Clubs, Volta, Career Mode, Create a Club, or your player career. As already previously mentioned, this is only for a limited amount of time, but the limited amount of time differs dependent on platform. For most platforms, you'll only have 10 hours early access, and this also links back to the initial image where it talks about FIFA 22 coming to EA Play, and it does clearly say that you'll have a 10-hour trial. But if you are someone that has got a next-gen console, you'll actually be able to get 20 hours. You'll have the option to have 10 hours on next gen and also 10 hours on previous gen. The reason for this is because EA are allowing you with your EA Play to trial different versions of the game. And with the introduction of Hypermotion, which is available for you on next gen consoles but isn't available on previous gen, there is two completely different types of gameplay. EA Play is there for you to trial the different gameplay, but it is still done on the same account, and in terms of Ultimate Team, it shares the exact same account as well. So for those on next gen consoles, you will be able to go into the EA Play app, you will be able to find FIFA 22 next gen, you will be able to download it. You'll then be able to go through the whole game having full access for 10 hours. And if you want to, you can play Ultimate Team, where you'll be building up a lot of coins, building up your account, playing matches, doing whatever it is you want to do. But as soon as you finish, you can actually go back into EA Play and you can find a previous gen version of FIFA 22, where you're able to do the exact same thing with the exact same account. It will of course be different gameplay, but you'll still be able to progress through your account, which is very important when it comes to Ultimate Team right at the beginning. Now all of this has already been confirmed by EA themselves. They have talked about it for the terms of FIFA 22, but we also know that this happened with Madden, which was released last month. This is a massive advantage for those of you who are playing on next gen consoles. There is also ways if you want to go down this path where you can actually glitch the game and you can get unlimited time. Every single year there seems to be the exact same glitch, especially on Xbox. On Xbox, you can sign into multiple accounts at the exact same time. You can buy EA Play on both of those accounts, costing £3.99 per month. You'll then head on to your first account, invite your second account, you'll then log onto your second account, accept that invite, and you have access to FIFA 22. You used to be able to get unlimited access to the game because EA Play wouldn't know what account you're actually playing on. And because of this, it will not do anything. It will not count a timer down. It will just stay the exact same. The only time that it counts down is the initial couple of minutes which you spent loading into the game at the beginning. Now, I don't know if this exact glitch is going to work on release, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be something, and you're going to be seeing a ton of videos from a ton of different content creators. This is also something yet again which happened with Madden on its release for EA Play. This is where we move over to making the most of your limited amount of time. You'll have access to all the game modes within Ultimate Team, and depending how confident you are in your abilities to play FIFA, all depends on what game mode I recommend going into. Bear in mind that those that buy into EA Play are those that are extremely dedicated fans. These will be the players that are very good at the game, and so it will lead to very sweaty gameplay. If you're looking to buy into EA Play but you don't see yourself as a very good player, then my recommendation is that you go into squad battles. Squad battles are very powerful within the first week. It all comes down to the reward system. The reward system and how you rank up is based on how many players are playing squad battles for that week. If there's a lot of players playing squad battles and they've built up a lot of points, it will lead certain ranks requiring you a lot more points for you to be able to achieve them. So at this stage, because there is a limited amount of players playing the game and they all have limited time, it means that the points required for each rank is going to be dramatically lower compared to any other points throughout the rest of the year. If you don't see yourself as a good player, then I highly recommend going into this game mode. If you're more confident in your ability, then you can't go wrong when going into Division Rivals. Division Rivals has changed up quite a bit for FIFA 22. There's no more placement matches. Everyone starts in Division 10. So this is another reason why it's going to be a bit harder this year when first starting out, because everyone's going to be in the exact same division. The good thing is that if you are a good player and if you do get a couple wins within a row, you'll be able to progress through these divisions a lot quicker compared to anyone else. This is because of the new win streaks that have been implemented into the game. And finally, if you are a player that sees yourself being fairly good, plus on top of that you're looking to take advantage of FIFA points, then you can't go wrong with online drafts. Right at the beginning, especially during the stages of EA Play, the only packs available are the 5k packs and the 7.5k packs. It's not until the game is fully released, and that is when EA do different types of promos. So if you was looking to use FIFA points and you are confident in your abilities, then it's smarter to go into an online draft, because if you are in a position where you can get all the way to the end and finish your final match and actually win that, you'll be able to get 50k packs, 100k packs, and this will add a huge amount of value to your club. In this area, I cannot make the decision for you. You need to judge your own abilities on the game right at the beginning, and you'll need to decide whether or not you go squad battles, drafts, or division rivals. The next big thing with EA Play is to make sure that if you're not playing the game, even if it is just for a couple minutes, that you quit the application. There is a timer countdown from the moment you first log into FIFA 22. Once this countdown hits 0, you no longer have access until the game is fully released when you've bought the Ultimate Edition or if you've bought the Standard Edition. It's also not enough for you to just turn off your console, especially with functions on the Xbox Series X where it has a fast load up. It means that it's still running in the background even though you're not playing. So you can turn off your console, and even though the console's turned off, it will still be counting down on your EA Play for the access that you have with FIFA 22. So by the time that you next load up, you might find that you've lost a couple hours, or you might find that you've lost all access. So with this, it's just a healthy habit for you to close and quit application every single time, no matter what you're doing. If you have to go away from your console, make sure you quit application because it will save you a lot more time. Going hand in hand with this, it's also a very smart idea to use the web app. Playing FUT 22 at this stage really only has one benefit. Everything else that you want to do within the game can very easily be done on the web app, and the web app has an added bonus because it's not time limited. If you're looking to trade, go through SBCs, build teams, or even open packs, it's smarter for you to initially go onto the web app to do all of those things, and once you want to play any matches, for you then to close the web app and log onto your console. This is just a very smart and efficient way for you to play. It will lead to your 10 or 20 hours of access being all dedicated to playing matches. Whatever matches you play is entirely up to you, but this is the only benefit that you have when you have access to the full game. So when you have to pay for that benefit, it makes sense for you to only do that. Everything else can be done on the web app. It doesn't look as nice, but it does exactly what you need it to do, and that's the most important thing. The final thing to talk about is opening packs. If you're looking to put any FIFA points into the game, the best time to do it is right at the beginning. If you get any players in the top 5 major leagues, being Premier League, Ligue 1, Serie A, Bundesliga or La Liga, they will sell, and they could very well sell for a very good amount. You'll find 80 to 84 rated players selling for 10, 20, 30k plus, all dependent on their in-game stats. If you manage to get any of these players whilst playing on EA Play, then my suggestion is that you just save them. Do not sell them straight away. This goes for any high rated players or any desirable players. With EA Play, it is still the very beginning of Ultimate Team. The circulating amount of coins on the market is very low. So even if you was to get extremely lucky, pack a Ronaldo and Messi, there's no point you listing those players on the market because no one playing Ultimate Team at this stage has enough coins to buy into them. Those that do have enough coins to buy into high rated players also have no competition, so they're able to buy these players at the lowest point. This is not what you want. Instead, just hold on to those players up until the full release of the game. And as players start to build up a lot of coins into their accounts and there's a lot more coins flowing through FIFA Ultimate Team, you can then list that player on if you want to actually sell them. Now you're in a position where there's going to be a lot more coins flowing in Ultimate Team, and there's also going to be a lot more competition for that specific player. So once you list that player on, they could potentially be going for millions of coins, especially in cases where it's Messi or Ronaldo. So when it comes to opening packs, you do want to sell a lot of your items, but if you do find any high rated players or any desirable players, then make sure you just store them to your club and hold on to them until the release. Once the game is released, you'll be able to sell them for a much higher price. Anyway guys, this is absolutely everything that you need to know about EA Play. These are some of the questions that I've seen when looking back at some of the previous videos. If you do have any more questions about anything, then please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going to see ya.